Come and make a crochet bonnet with me for a baby of 0 to 3 months. I have already prepared the back piece here. This is made up of 16 double crochet if you are in the US, treble crochet if you are in the UK. Then we go on to do 32, so 2 in each stitch for the next round, and then we have 48, which consists of 2 into one stitch, 1 into the next stitch. As I said previously, this is double crochet for US and treble crochet stitch for the UK. So let's go on to the next part. So this is the first round of the actual bonnet making. So we are going to do 3 chains, and into this top part here we're only going to work into the back loop. We're going to do 1 treble into each stitch until we come back to the opposite round, end of the round rather. So just doing 1 treble into each stitch until we come all the way back round to here, only in the back loop, which would then create this small little line across the front. So you're only working into the back loop, not both, just the back, and I'll meet you back at this end once we've done. Now we're back to the beginning. Your circle should look something like this, with this lovely little line all the way around. So as you can see here, I've not joined. We are not going to join these rounds anymore. We are going to turn the work. So for this next round, you just chain 1, turn your work over, and into this very first stitch underneath your chain 1, you're just going to do 1 treble or double if you're in the US. So now we're going to skip the next 2 stitches, and into the 3rd stitch here we're going to do 1 treble, 1 chain, and then back into that same stitch 1 more treble, which then creates this V looking stitch like so. Now we're going to continue doing this until we get to the opposite side. So we're going to skip 2, and into the 3rd we're going to do 1 treble, 1 chain, 1 treble. So I'll pop it down onto the table so you can see. So for this next round, just pull off a little bit, we're going to do a chain 1 and a treble into the first one. We're going to skip the next 2 stitches, do 1 treble, 1 chain, 1 treble, skip 2, 1 treble, 1 chain, 1 treble, skip 2 until we go all the way around to the edge, following this same sequence until the opposite side, and I'll meet you back here. So when you get to the opposite side, clearly you'll see that this is starting to curl up. So if you just turn your hat the right way like this, and then on your last where you did your chain 3 to start the previous row, you're just going to go into the top of the chain 3 and do 1 last treble there. This is going to be the start and finish of every row. So again, as you started this row, we're going to do 1 chain, turn your work around. We're going to do 1 treble into the bottom where you've just put the chain, and then in this round and for the next 4 rounds, so then we're going to make 5 rounds of this V stitch. We're going to work into the center of the V's now. So if you go into the center, do 1 treble, 1 chain and 1 treble. This is going to be the repeat process now for this round and 3 more rounds. So this would consist of 5 V rounds. So again, 1 treble, 1 chain, 1 treble, all into that V stitch. So like this. Once you've got 5 rows like this, going backwards and forwards, turning your work, we'll meet back after 5 rows. Now that you've got your 5 rows of V stitches, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, you'll notice that you finished on an inside row. So for the next round, what we're going to do, just to make a nice little edging on the hat, you're going to chain 1, and turn again, and then into every stitch you're just going to do a single crochet in US terms or a double crochet. But on here we're going to miss out where the chain space is between the V. We're not going to do a stitch into that chain, and we're just going to go straight over and just do them into every one of the treble stitches, not the chains. So once you've done across the front and to the opposite side of the front like this, all the way around to this side, we'll meet back here. So as you can see, this is the front side. Just pop it out. So we're going to go all the way around this front bit and then stop here. So now that you've done the stitches all the way around, you'll notice that it comes in just a small bit. That gives a nice little snug look around baby's face. And this is from the side. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to neaten up this back edge that goes around the baby's neck, well, from the back of the baby's neck and head here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to chain one, and we're just going to do a single stitch in the gaps, equal increments all the way across, like so. Just finding a little gap for your hook to go in. Right, now when you get to here, you'll notice you've got this loopy bit, so do one stitch into that bit, and then where you've got the top of this chain from the one before, just go into there as well and do a stitch into there, and then however many stitches you've done on this side, do the same again down this side from this stitch, counting them as you go. And I'll meet you back at the end in a minute. So now that we've come across here and made it to the end, this is your bonnet complete. So use your little snippers, cut it and tie off. And that is a simple little 0 to 3 month baby bonnet. Crocheted, ready for putting straps on and weaving in the ends. Simple yet effective, very pretty. This can be used for both boys and girls. Very pretty pattern. And there you have your bonnet finished.